What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Part-Time Nerd Podcast with your pals Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Alan.
I'm RD, man. How are you?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
You know, it had an up and down day today. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
I got this out of control film that I had to watch, and so it just kind of brought me down a little bit.
It brought you down. It brought me up. It brought me up. So we're talking about you know what? I didn't even write down what year this came out. What
1985.
year? 1985.
Mhm.
1985 smash hit Out of Control. Um,
Yeah.
Starring some people. Someone went on to be like a big player in like Twin Peaks. Um,
You had
but I
Betsy
mean,
Russell, Martin Hewitt, Sherilyn Fenn, Claudia Udi, and Andrew Lederer, Jim Youngs. So
yeah.
there you go. That's the main cast there. I did notice that it's Sherilyn Fenn. She's from The Wraith. So I think this is before The Wraith. I think The Wraith came out in like
Okay.
87 or 89 or something like that, or maybe even later in 85. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, rated R. It didn't last too long. I will say that. It was a quick movie.
Well, that's your 80s, right? Your 80s movies, they were in and out. I think this was like 80 something minutes.
Yeah.
Um,
The intro is the longest part of the whole movie. I think every scene is I was actually gonna go back and pull it up real quick. Out of Control teen drama 78 minutes maybe.
okay.
This Google or AI says it's 1984, but the whatever says 85. I don't know, man. I don't even know what's real anymore. But
It
it's
is
very,
not it's
very quick.
1985 because like when I was looking this up to get some information with Chat GPT, it was like,
Yeah,
well, there's been several different out of control movies.
ton.
And it listed this one as 1985, but there's like 10 different out of control movies. We're talking about the 1985 teen survival
Yeah.
prom, like I don't know like how you would classify this.
There's a lot going on there. Yeah. So these, first off, it's 10-minute intro of just kids making goofy faces at the TV screen or the whatever. And I'm just,
Homeboy shot a music video,
yeah.
and
And we find out that they showed it at prom.
right.
And so they're at prom, and the kid in the cat costume is just like harassing
Okay.
everybody.
So that right there is why I enjoyed this movie. That character, because you know what I instantly thought of when I saw him?
Uh-uh.
Man Cheetah.
Man Cheetah from
Danny DeVito.
Danny
It's
DeVito.
Always
It's
Sunny.
Always Sunny. God.
The first thing I wrote down is that Man Cheetah?
That's why
Like
you like it. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why we're doing this.
I was just like, holy crap, this is great. And so like as the rest of the movie's going on, like my only concern is for Man Cheetah. Like
Jesus.
Like, oh man, later in the movie he kind of saves the day, as cowboy, which that guy's just kind of a dick to begin with. Like
Yeah.
that was just my whole vibe with him to be in the start the whole movie off with.
Well, they told
You
you that
know,
he was a jerk anyways, but yeah, so they're at prom and they leave. There's 6 of them leaving. They're gonna go hop on a plane, a
right.
seaplane, go to an island or wherever the hell they're or someone's house or whatever, and go hang out, enjoy
Yeah.
their post prom, have a little post prom party. And I don't know why they're taking off and it's lightning and thunder and it's raining like crazy. No one probably should have been, no one's in the air during a thunder.
Really late at night. Like you just went through prom, right? There's a lot of questionable choices there.
Yeah.
But like everyone's going and then Cowboy's coming, right? Because he's,
So a
boyfriend
motorcycle
of one of
gang
the chicks.
showed up.
Yeah, he shows up with his little motorcycle gang. They all ride up there to drop him off.
Yeah.
And he's just I mean, he's just a dick right out of the gates. He's like, the one guy it's his family's island, right? His family owns an island. He's rich. And he's like, "Hey, I know this isn't how but hey, let's have a good time." He's like, "Oh, we'll have a good time if you stay out of my way." He's like, "Oh, whoa, we're just gonna start right out of the gates just being a dick, right?"
I'm like, I would hop back on the back of that bike and ride bitch all the way home because you're not coming with us. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and stop you right there. You're not getting on my airplane.
And just so you know, I'm gonna pork your lady while we're at it too. Either me or Man Cheetah's getting her.
There's a lot of craziness. Yeah. So the plane goes down. It takes about 25 minutes to everybody get off the plane. They're too busy screaming or just floating there, holding on to walls and stuff. They won't get out of the plane. And
Right. The pilot won't get out. He's like, "I can't go. I can't." What do you mean you can't go? Get out, bro. You can't do anything from inside there.
yeah,
Like you already placed your
and
distress
Cheetah's like they're
call,
floating
right?
around, like just
Banshee
going limp.
Banshee's fighting his way out. Like he doesn't want to get out. And he's like, "Come on, dude." He's like, "No,
Cowboy
I'm
wants to go
Banshee."
get it. Oh, God. They wash up on the shore of this island. It can't be that far because I mean, they were going to a house that had to be nearby, right? I mean, come on.
I
and
mean, who
I don't know.
knows?
But so anyways, they land about on some island, find the cabin, find some spam and spam and vodka.
And vodka, and, like, the crazy like, they're sitting there like, they're there all of, like, 3 hours at this point, right?
Getting wasted.
And they're like, "At this rate, we're gonna run out of food." I'm like, "What you just left prom, I'm sure you were fed at prom, right?" I went to my prom, we had a nice spread, a nice buffet, an all-you-can-eat buffet. Um, I ate pretty well there, and, but yeah, they're gone from prom, and now they're eating all the spam, and but at that point, really, the only thing I saw them have is vodka, like, I just see them just drinking vodka, which leads to a I don't even know, like, I thought we were gonna have, like, an orgy, but
Yep.
they're playing spin the bottle, and then they're playing strip spin the bottle,
Yeah,
and,
2 new strips in a bottle, yeah.
and then that just got awkward real fast, like, there towards the end,
Kept
and
going, just
that's
kept
but
going.
again, that's a product of everyone sitting there drinking, and if someone's had too much and got their feelings hurt, right?
Yeah.
But and then for whatever reason, when the girls are taking off their clothes, you all stand up in front of Cowboy to take them off, like, I I don't know what's going on here,
I
like,
I don't
some
know either, man. I was like, "What the hell? What is going on?" Like, I guess he's running the show. Everything all going after him.
yeah, it's just like, what is going on? And then I don't know, it's just weird, right? And then all of a sudden, Cowboy gets in a fight with the other guy. I don't know, I should have wrote names down, but it is what it is, right?
He gets in a fight with, Keith. Cowboy and
Keith,
Keith get into it.
right?
Yeah,
Because Keith's girlfriend apparently dated Cowboy, and although she says she didn't sleep with him, he told everyone he did.
yeah,
And then when they're sitting
supposedly.
there talking to each other, he admits, "Oh, I shouldn't have told everybody, or that we did what we did." And then she continues on lying about, not sleeping with him after he gets his ass kicked by Cowboy. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, he passes out, Keith is it Keith? Yeah, Keith passes out. Cowboy goes outside because he ain't ready to go to he didn't wanna sleep with a
well,
drunk, Tina, I
well, he
guess.
was going to, but then she stopped him, and then she was like, "You know what? Yeah, go ahead." And he's like, "You know what? Nah, I
Yeah.
ain't playing your stupid games."
And then, Chrissy goes outside to see what's up, and she was like, he was like, "Oh, I just wanna be I'm out here chilling or whatever," and she was, "Oh, come on back," and then by the time he stands up, he gets socked like, sucker punched by Keith, then they get in a fight, he gets beat up by Cowboy. Ugh.
Yeah. Just and then they find a boat the next day. They see this boat coming up, and they think they're saved. Oh, and then next thing you know, like, here's the thing: all those guys had to do, they just had to get them out of there, right? They didn't know what was going on. They're trapped. They just want to
Mhm.
go. You're already talking amongst yourself. You know the person that you're meeting's not showing up till the next day already. You're like, it's too late. But no, they start taking them down there, and Cowboy's not with them. He's found a batch of like scuba gear and a harpoon gun and all this stuff. And he's just kind of watching. They're like, "Aren't you going to tell him about Cowboys?" Like, "Nah, I'll tell him last minute when they're taking us. I've got a bad feeling about this, you
Mhm.
know. But either way, I'm killing two birds with one stone. Like, we're getting out of here, and I'm leaving Cowboy behind." Essentially, is what he's talking about.
That's what
Like,
he's talking about. He's like, "Oh, man, he's here." Sorry. But, yeah, so these guys get them on the boat, tie up the boys, and then start trying to get a little handsy with the women, and,
yeah.
I guess it was Tina.
But
Yeah, they're after Tina, and boy, they're pretty aggressive.
well, and then they bring Mancheetah out to watch, which
Yeah.
was weird. And like as Homeboy's getting ready to, he's trying to take care of his business with Tina. Other guy just starts dick punching Mancheetah. Like, what's going on here?
You just got one of those faces. Damn, if you don't
Oh,
change your face, I'm gonna change it for you.
yeah. And Cowboy comes and saves the day, and they end up
Harpoon in
killing
the back
those
of the neck.
guys, and burning down the boat, and they get out, and they're going through it, and the girl that at first you thought she was kind of like Boy George, just walking around prom chain smoking,
Yeah.
right? And then my other question is, how'd she have so many cigarettes when they're on the island? Like, everything went down in the water. Even if you had them, they're ruined, right? You didn't. There's no way you had a carton of cigarettes in a waterproof container. I'm just
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I put here, there's a boat. Oops, bad guys are on it. Oh, catches on fire. Back to island.
back to island. Banshee to start shooting his shot with that girl. He's like,
Yep.
"Hey, And you just because she starts, "Hey, you were brave. You look like James Dean." And he's like, "I must be in heaven. This is great." He goes, "Can I just I want can I have a confession for you?" She's like, "What?" She's like, "I don't wanna die a virgin," he starts shooting his shot.
Oof.
She's like, "Well, let me sleep on it," and starts giving him the eyes like, right? Meanwhile, Cowboy and his girl, they disappear, and now all of a sudden, you know, I I got down here, nothing turns a girl on more than almost getting
Oh,
raped,
god. And
Like,
that was the
she was
longest scene ever too. I was like,
it
"Good
was
god, dude."
I agree. One, they hit you with that '80s love song where
Uh,
they played the entire song,
I'm talking about the rape
and
scene and this scene. Both scenes
and
are too long.
it's the longest sex scene ever.
Oh, god.
I I've seen shorter sex scenes in pornos. I'm just saying.
God.
I mean, it's insane how long it is, but and then they're trying to figure everything out. Now Keith and Cowboy are cool, right?
Yeah.
Um,
So you just gotta have a little dust up.
they see a plane coming. They're like, okay, hey, let's be smart this time, right? And they're like, Cowboy, you go get everyone, make them do this. We're gonna get Gary. I remember Gary's name for some reason. They're like, yeah, Gary knows how to fly a plane. He's like, I don't know how to fly a plane. Like I tried a couple times, but then all of a sudden his girl looks at him and is like, oh, come on, you can do it. He's like, you know what? I can fly this plane. I got this.
Oh
I
my
got
god.
this. And Keith's whole plan is he's gonna distract them, so he starts running as they start firing machine guns and stuff at him. Like,
Jesus.
and that whole exchange is just crazy, right? Because it's
Mm.
it's almost like Scooby Doo like, where you got them running away, then they disappear, and the bad guys looking around, and they pop up over here, and then now these guys are chasing that one, and they're chasing this one, and it's just all over the place, right?
Uh,
And then you got the whole part, where Mancheetah saves Cowboy
yeah.
after Cowboy gets shot. Uh, and then, they knock the guy out. And then he's like, well, we got to get his gun. He's like, no, come on. He's waking up. No, you get the gun.
Yeah,
You
get
get
the
the gun.
get the gun,
Like,
man.
I'm like, what are you doing? You get the gun. You just take care of him. And then you'll go. Like,
Yeah,
at this point, right?
yeah,
You're on an island that no one knows about. So you're not getting busted for it,
yeah.
you know? Um, but yeah, and then they end up, I don't know, just this is going on. This guy gets shot. This guy gets shot. Gary's on the airplane. He's taking it through the water, and then for whatever reason, Keith is like, "Oh, I finally got a gun. Let me go get on the plane and not take the gun to go save everybody." And then he's shooting at the one guy from super far away. The bad guys are a horrible shot because they're in that little raft, and they
Awful.
they fi- they fire off what seems like, I don't know, 100 rounds and don't hit them once.
I don't know how many magazines they went through. Just I mean, but yeah,
Well,
can't hit
they had a
anybody.
pistol. I don't know. They get on the plane and they're out of their way. And it's like, "Is there anything I could do for you, Captain?" He's like, "Yeah, call the Coast Guard." 2 seconds later, Coast Guard, are you there? Yes, we're here. Whoa, okay. That was way too easy. And they
They
find that bag of money they find,
I was gonna say
right?
they outsmart the bad guys, get on the plane, take off. Oh, guess what? There's a ton of money on the plane. It's like, yeah,
And
everybody
I had to write this down
uh,
because she's like, "There's 100,000 grand here."
oh my god, it's like that.
Do you know what 100,000 grand is?
100 grand, 100,000 grand, $100,000,
100,000 grand
thousand, 100,000 grand. I don't know.
is
It's
$100,000,000.
100 million because it's a
100
grand.
mil because I asked, I was like, "Hey, what is
Yes,
100,000 grand?" They're like, $100,000,000. Okay. There's no way there was $100,000,000 in that duffel bag there.
like that chick
Like,
that got tongue tied when they play it on the ticket, you know?
yeah, like
265,000,000 foot sort 3.
554,000. And they're like, "Yay." The only thing that was missing was them, like, jumping and pausing, like at the end of, The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Where he's
Well, he just got his hand,
somebody's
yeah,
doing this, yeah, but still, like, something like that, but I mean,
that's a traumatic prom night.
this was right, and that's the whole thing, like, the way they're acting, they've been stranded for months.
Just moping around.
It
It's
was
like
like
a
a
day and a
day.
half.
It
Yeah.
was like a day and a half. It's not long at all. One point, they're like, "They're never gonna find us. You've been here all of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, and then first of all, like you guys don't know how to build a fire because they're like that plane flies by and they're like, oh, if only the rain hadn't taken out our fire, we'd be saved.
Yeah.
What, what kind of fire building skills you got? Like you
I
should
mean,
be able to.
probably not good.
Rain's not gonna stop a fire. I've built a bonfire in the rain before, you know?
Oh my god. Well, let's take a look at some ratings here. 4.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 2.8 out of 5 on Letterboxd. See how close that is to The Dark Knight Rises? I tell you, I can't trust Letterboxd at all. 43% of Google users like this movie. Yeah, teens crash land on an island, find vodka, play strip, spin the bottle, and run into drug smugglers. That's the whole movie.
But I don't even know if they were smuggling drugs because at one point there's like they were like when they're in the boat, they're like, "Well, we've got the guns." Like they never mentioned drugs,
Maybe
did
they're
they?
gun smugglers. I don't know. No,
Yeah.
I don't remember
I,
them mentioning anything. So,
yeah, I was very confused by that.
yeah. Do
But
you have your 30-second?
oh boy. Out of Control, 1985 is one of those chaotic 80 movies that feels like it was made with zero rules. And honestly, that's part of the charm. The story is all over the place, the acting is hit or miss, and the tone swings wildly, but it never gets boring. It's loud, weird, and completely unpredictable. This isn't a good movie in the traditional sense, but if you're into wild 80s energy and off the rail storytelling, there's something weirdly fun here. Definitely a curious watch, not a must watch.
Tell you what, man. Yeah, it's will I see it again? No, I'll probably never watch it again. But was it okay? Yeah, it was fine. Check
Yeah.
a box, move on.
Will I tell people I watched this? Yes. Yes, I will.
You watch anything good lately? Out of Control, 1985.
It's got man cheetahs in it. Check it out.
God. Oh, yeah. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. And that's what we're
It's
kind of going through. We're watching I want to watch some old like slasher movies too. And we got Popeye the Slayer Man fired up as well. But yeah, we got to mix in some crazy movies with the good ones that we're watching. So why not?
these 80s, these crazy wheels off 80s movies, guys. If there's any of those that are your favorites that you want us to watch, let us know. We're down to watch them all. I've got a list of some that we're going to be plowing through here pretty soon. So keep your eyes open for those. We're definitely going to have some fun with it. But have you seen Out of Control? Is that man cheetah in the movie? Let me know. As always, guys, I'm Alan.
I'm RD.
We'll talk to you later. Deuces.